Liverpool could be fined following the VAR controversy despite an apology from Professional Game Match Officials Board Chairman Howard Webb. Liverpool could be fined £25,000 by the FA following Saturday's 2-1 defeat to Tottenham Hotspur. The Reds, who finished the match with 9 men, were narrowly beaten by Joel Matip's 96th-minute own goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Meanwhile, Liverpool were outraged after the Professional Game Match Officials Board confirmed after the game that a Luis Diaz goal had been disallowed for offside due to a VAR error. Professional Game Match Officials Board Chairman Howard Webb reportedly reached out to the club after the final whistle to apologise for the disallowed goal. However, that will be little consolation for the Reds after their narrow defeat, and it's not the only time club bosses have felt aggrieved in the capital. Yet Liverpool's unhappiness may not end there after their indiscipline in the capital. Jürgen Klopp's side controversially showed Curtis Jones a straight red card after VAR intervention for a first-half foul on Yves Bissouma in North London, while Diogo Jota was also sent off after the break for 2 yellow cards in fast-breaking attacks. Alexis Mac Allister, Mohamed Salah, Andy Robertson, and Virgil van Dijk were also cautioned, as was assistant coach Peter Crouillaerts. The FA penalises clubs who receive more than 5 cautions in a match, and the Reds could be fined as a result. Teams receiving 6 or more cards in a single match are fined £25,000. According to the letter of the law, Liverpool will be punished as a result. It is now up to the FA to decide whether they will officially take action. However, given that most of the cards the club received were the result of refereeing errors followed by the course of the game, it remains to be seen whether they will actually hold Liverpool to account or whether they will take into account the mistakes that put the Reds in such a corner in the first place. Liverpool have had 4 players sent off this season, and manager Klopp insists his team are not a dirty side despite their recent indiscipline. It is important for me that people don't think we are a kicking team because we have seen so many red cards, the German told reporters after the Spurs defeat. We don't go to kick players. I can't remember how many games we've been down 9 against 11. It doesn't happen very often, and we weren't kicking Tottenham players, we were trying to play football. The first yellow is not a clear yellow and the second may be a yellow. That made everything difficult, he said. Jones is out of the Premier League until next month after serving a 3-match ban, while Jota will miss the Reds' trip to Brighton next weekend after serving a 1-match ban. Mac Allister is also closing in on a possible 1-match ban after picking up his 3rd caution of the season against Spurs. Any player who picks up 5 cautions in his side's first 19 Premier League games is automatically banned for 1 match in the same competition. While all these developments are taking place, there are also hot developments regarding the VAR referee for the match. The license of the VAR referee who disallowed Luis Diaz's clear goal on the grounds of offside and made an arbitrary call without drawing the offside line is being revoked. Liverpool are not willing to let the injustice of the match go and have already apologised to the Professional Game Match Officials Board, confirming the mistake. Had the Reds won this game, they would have taken the lead in the Premier League and would have overcome an obstacle like Tottenham. However, due to the referee's decisions, the opposite scenario played out. Revoking the VAR referee's license won't change the result, of course, but taking a radical decision could prevent blatant refereeing errors in other matches. Liverpool issued a statement after the Tottenham game criticising VAR errors and outlining their demands. Liverpool have said the erroneous decision to disallow Luis Diaz's goal against Tottenham Hotspur was unacceptable and undermined sporting integrity. The Reds took the unusual step of issuing a statement following the ongoing controversy following their 2-1 Premier League defeat to the London side on Saturday evening. The Professional Game Match Officials Board confirmed after the game that a Diaz goal was wrongly ruled offside in the first half when the score was still goalless due to human error by VAR referee Darren England and his assistant Dan Cook. However, the Reds, while acknowledging that the circumstances were completely unprecedented, not satisfied with the justification given for the error and see the situation as one where the laws of the game were not applied and the correct result was not achieved due to the failure of VAR protocols. In a statement on its website on Sunday evening, the club said, "Liverpool Football Club acknowledges that the Professional Game Match Officials Board has acknowledged its mistakes last night. It is clear that the rules of the game were not applied correctly and that sporting integrity suffered as a result. We fully acknowledge the pressures that match officials have been under, but the presence and implementation of VAR should have alleviated these pressures, not exacerbated them. It is therefore unsatisfactory that not enough time was allowed for the correct decision to be made and that there was no subsequent intervention. It is also unacceptable that such failures have already been classified as significant human error. Any consequences should only be determined after scrutiny and with full transparency. This applies to all clubs where learning will be used to make improvements to processes to ensure this type of situation does not happen again, and is vital to the credibility of future decisions. In the meantime, given the escalation and the clear need for resolution, we will explore the range of options available, the statement said. Liverpool are understood to want any review to focus not only on the disallowed goal, but also to address wider issues such as the VAR process and its application, as well as in this case, wider concerns about the process of appointing match officials. It emerged on Sunday that England and Cook were part of the refereeing team that officiated the match in the United Arab Emirates 2 days earlier. Cook was the assistant referee for the match between Sharjah and Al Ain last Thursday. The pair were relieved of their remaining Premier League duties over the weekend following their involvement in the Tottenham controversy and, as mentioned earlier, their refereeing licenses are expected to be suspended. BBC commentator says £41 million Liverpool player is very strong for his size. Liverpool and Tottenham played a scandal-ridden game yesterday that ended in a 2-1 home win. Of course, Hotta's red was the turning point of the game, but before he saw 2 yellows, former Reds defender Stephen Warnock was actually singing the Portuguese striker's praises. Watching the game on the BBC yesterday, Warnock was full of praise for Hotta's ability before he completed his suspension. When Hotta came on, I thought he was going to go central, but that wasn't the case. Hotta went straight to the right in place of Gakpo, perhaps because of his defensive skills. He's very strong for a small man and he's very good in possession, said Warnock. Hotta, who earns £140,000 a week at Anfield, was unlucky to get the first yellow, but the second was really stupid. He should have made a better move and put his team under too much pressure. As Warnock said, Hotta can be a very important player for the Reds and there are some deceptive aspects to his game, such as his strength. But with Cody Gakpo injured and Hotta suspended, Liverpool's options in the final third have dwindled.